You might upset someone. But we are live now. Make no mistake.
You can make them upset now. It's fine.
They're here with us. We can talk down to them all we like.
You were the one that was saying people might like the Fast and Furious movies. Like, who's talking down to who here? Like,
oh shit!
You got a point.
I think I liked the first 12 that came out, and after that, I was out.
I don't recall any of them, to be honest. I think I watched part of one once.
Come on, man. Tokyo Drift.
Nope. Didn't watch. I think I've ever watched the very first one with Vin and Paul. And, you know, one of the Pauls.
Like Jake or Logan?
No, the Walker.
Texas Ranger.
Clearly, that's what he meant.
No, not that Paul
Texas
at all. I don't think that is a Paul.
Paul Walker, Texas Ranger?
Although with that MMA fighter fighting all the Pauls, him and Texas Ranger, let's see it.
It's Mospidal, man. I don't want that smoke.
No, it's like I said.
Mospidal said he's coming for me. I'm sad.
Jorge and Walker, Texas Ranger.
Yeah, he's coming for all the Pauls. And
Chuck Norris is like, my name's not even Paul.
I don't even like that sentence, not in an MMA context, if I'm being honest. And on that note, good evening, Matt, Justin, sirs, folks,
boy,
fellas.
Howdy.
So, yeah.
A video, you'd say.
Yeah, we might have one of those. We might not. Good night, everybody.
We haven't said whether the video will be successful or not, or even if it's our video, or what the video is about. It's not our video. And I won't tell you what it's about yet. You just have to wait your damn time.
Schrodinger's video, however you pronounce that guy's name.
Schrodinger? Yeah. You could look it up on YouTube and have it pronounced horribly wrong.
I think it's pronounced both ways.
But later on YouTube, not now, because you're watching our live stream.
Oh, yeah. Those videos will be there later. This video is only here now. That's a lie. We'll make it stick around later, but that's okay.
So Justin's already dropping bombs in the comment. I mean, he's not even waiting. He's not even building suspense. He's not doing anything about it.
No, he's not.
I know, right?
And the best part is, no, I'm not carrying that today.
What are you carrying?
Actually,
Dennis?
still at the shop because I might still be trying to push those a little bit at the store. So, well, I mean, we can kick me off first. We should have kicked off Joe or me. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm carrying my new DPX Titanium. I don't even know what this thing is called. I don't know. It's sweet as hell. That's what it is.
Is it a mini Hest 3.0?
Mini Hest. I think there's something, a Titan, because it's a titanium handle.
It's got a slow pan of that.
Yeah.
It's got a sweet little pot holder on the blade.
It's an okay pot holder. I mean, I don't think I would be the first one to reach my hand over the fire with a pocket knife that small, but yeah.
Come on, man. Live a little.
How much do you trust that frame lock?
Oh, I trust it enough to hold a pot. Yeah, it's got some pretty good clicky action to it. Where is that damn thing? The detent on it is dialed. Like it's, yeah. So, yeah. And they're specific enough even to talk about like 440C lock bars and heat treats on it. And you can find a ton of information on DPX stuff if you want to get the lowdown on what they're all about, right? So, yeah.
Most definitely.
So, yeah, been pretty happy with it. It's a cool little, yeah.
It is a sweet little blade. And it definitely kind of fits with your whole like mini pocket rocket and the the techno. I always get those two confused in my brain. Kind of little like stout little bulldog knife kind of thing.
Yeah.
The Urban. That's what the small one is called. It's the Hest Urban. Yeah.
But you still need that pot holder.
Hey man, pot holder's right here. It's right there.
Ah.
A little notch to lift pots. Speaking of which, I'm carrying the DPX Hest Decade Edition because my card made in the Lion Steel factory. So, is it weird to say this is my first foray into M390?
It's super weird, dude.
And I was a little bit concerned about Lion Steel and M390 because they tend to lean on the softer side of things. But my multi-tool here came claiming to be between 60 and 62 Rockwell. That's right. It's a multi-tool.
That's ideal.
Yeah. I'm into it.
It's got wrenches on it. It's,
Yeah. And wire strippers and pot holders and bottle cap lifters.
And I'm sure they're all going to be as useful as the window punch is on the back of the knife as well.
I almost forgot about the window punch.
Oh, can't forget about the good old window punch.
How
the
dare
best
you.
part is I don't have it here. It's over there. But it also comes with a friggin' multi-tool. So your multi-tool comes with a multi-tool.
Because why not?
But I think that was one of the exclusives to the Decade Edition. I don't know if the tool comes with the other versions or not.
I've seen it with some of the other knives, but I've not seen it with all of them when I was looking at their website.
I've seen it.
It's a different tool even. It's got a pivot tool attached to the top where whatever this thing is supposed to be.
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to be like a little pry bar. But
I got corks running away from me over here. I'm just like all of a sudden I'm disappeared behind the counter. Just dodging laser beams. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
That's fair. Makes a hell of a little scraper though. It actually works pretty well as a little scraper.
You've gotten to use it a little bit already.
I've intentionally tried to scrape up tape with it, and it takes tape off really nicely.
Very nice.
So, apparently, you can also break down boxes with that little corner edition. But what?
Yeah, as if you didn't already have a specific tool for it. Yeah.
I can't cut that box.
One of the funny things as well, Justin's mentioning that apparently this is the Mr. DP edition. So the best part about that is, as funny as that is, and he says he's not joking, but those are also my initials. I'm Dennis Vipers.
Mr. DP.
PHY is how you spell the Vipers. So, yeah, super funny stuff. What else I was actually going to mention as well? You were talking about for diving into M390. This is my first real knife with S35, as surprising as it may sound. My other contribution to the S35 world is the Lucky One.
What do you mean that's not a real knife?
It's totally an accurate way to get some good performance on some S35. It's not. It's not. So anyway, yeah, I've been really impressed actually with the S35. I've beat it up for the last week or so, and yeah, stood up pretty good. So
I like that stuff.
Very cool. Oh, I suppose it's me.
It's your turn.
So I put a new pair of pants on my friction folder here today, and this isn't going to turn up well on camera. That's too bad. But here's some photos. Yeah. Well, there's kind of a posed picture, and I think the next one is just it all closed up. So still 20 CV blade, but marbled carbon fiber with copper powder in the mix. It's pretty.
It's Merbled Kruben Fuber.
It's Merbled Carbon Ferber. So.
Can you please trademark that, Joe?
No.
Kruben Fuber?
Yes.
I'll trademark it. All right, yeah. I'm not going to patent, but we'll trademark it.
There you go. I just want to give a quick shout out to Dick Richards and Ben in chat. What up, folks?
What is everyone else carrying in the chats?
Yeah, what are y'all carrying?
Yeah. But yeah, I've been getting these ready for another customer, and I happen to have enough material left over to make one for myself, so that's what I've been playing with lately. It's
It
not
looks really
cheap.
nice.
Yeah, thanks. It's not cheap material, I'll say that much. But the colors on it, like this is a decent representation of the actual. Oh, if I can zoom out a bit, of the actual color in it. It turns out pretty nice. Those striations, those lines are just milling marks essentially. But I kind of want to keep them around because they add grip, but I kind of want to smooth them out so the carbon fiber shows off a little bit better. But yeah.
I was saying to him today that my $1,000 gold class also has those grooves, so I don't think it takes away from the knife really.
You know that this knife is just 3 evolutions away from being a double detent front flipper, right?
It's not gonna
Like,
happen.
you know that
It's
this.
not really,
No, that's not gonna happen.
but you could.
You heard it here, folks.
At that point, I'd rather just make a liner lock. And I'm not making a liner lock with a tang like that. That's just gonna get in the way.
Just want to mention quickly, Ben's carrying his Mestec swordfish. Black Frost is carrying his sea snake. Ben's carrying a long slicey blade. I already said what he's carrying. Stanson 357 is carrying his Formax Scout, which is ridiculous. And yeah, Justin's carrying his M4 Freak with a deep carry clip.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good times. Good times. Has it cut anything yet? We're waiting for the countdown clock here, like to strike midnight.
I thought you were talking to Joe at first, and then I realized you're talking to Justin.
Well, yeah,
like,
the bailout. It's been an ongoing saga on when it's actually going to cut something.
Yep.
Never. Look, I don't have to sharpen M4 if I don't dull M4.
You got me there.
The same.
Yeah, that's some true knife nut words over there. That's for sure.
What's the phrase? Use your shit. That's the hashtag I've been seeing a lot of lately.
As long as you stab it into a tree and then say use your shit.
No, dude.
Of course.
You throw it into an aquarium. That's the new thing. That's the new hotness.
Is that what Fisk is doing? Yeah.
Pocket drop.
That's what a bunch of guys are doing.
Really?
I think Fisk, I don't know if he started it, but I've definitely seen him do it a lot.
Pretty sure
funny.
he was Mr. Pioneer on that particular trend. Yeah, but
he'd be here to let us know, but I think he's watching football today.
I'm just gonna take a giant beaker and just so you can watch it float down to the bottom. Yeah. I don't have an aquarium, so it's like the next best thing. I'll have a couple plastic fish sitting down in the bottom of it.
Looking all sad. Yeah. So, got a couple of things to talk about tonight. Where do we start?
I don't know. Where do we start?
Where do we start? You're the man with the plan.
Well, I've got 3 screenshots, and it's just me bitching. That's all it is. It's just me bitching about these 3 screenshots. That's all it is. It'll be relatively quick if we wanted to start there.
Sure.
You've piqued my interest.
It's not much. It's the same stuff I've been harping about, but now, hey, I got the receipts, man. So I took some screenshots. Let me see. Just got to bring those guys up here. Yeah, super cool. Oh, it's so small. Whatever. You can still read it. So, Spyderco has an app, and they've got a notification center. And in that notification center, I noticed a trend. For the past several months, it's been exclusives after exclusives after exclusives. And every single time I get a nice little buzz in my pocket from Spyderco, it's just about the new exclusives. Not on any new product, really. Just variations of old ones. And for things that, are going to be available for a very limited time and then never again. We talked briefly before about how Spyderco might be leading into that curve as far as a business model is concerned and just making as many variations of different models as they can rather than coming out with new models.
I mean,
This
I
is,
think it's pretty obvious at this point, no?
yeah, this is
So
basically for me, it's just like hammering that idea home. Is like, yeah,
when did you get the app, Joe?
oh, this was quite a while ago. Like,
Okay.
yeah,
One of the reasons I ask is it's so funny that you've had the app for quite a long time. And I was the one that was dropping bombs about an exclusive Tough and an exclusive Sleesh Bowie. And even the people with an app can't stand it. Like, he's got a fancy app to tell him when the drops are coming.
yep.
He's like, there's so many. I don't care. I can't get them in Canada because I'm a bitter son of a bitch.
Yep, I'm just a little salty. Just a little salty.
You might know people in the States that can get exclusives if you really wanted them. But
yeah, then I have to ask them to camp out on a website until the order now button it all of a sudden goes from gray to green, and then he can, like it's just a pain in the ass.
You do that, and then you use their shipping address.
Yeah,
right.
I suppose. Yeah.
No, Joe's World, they do the legwork.
Get me a knife, peasant.
Yeah.
Mm.
Here is
honestly, I'm not sure if
your gold.
I don't know if they would block your IP address range for being out of the country or not. I don't know if they're that savvy about the whole thing.
Do you not have a VPN?
No.
Who are you?
This is not a sponsored episode, by the way.
Okay.
For all the NordVPN I keep seeing. Or no, it's not Nord anymore. It's what's the other one that's super prominent on YouTube right now?
I don't know. I wasn't talking shit about
VPNs.
I'm just surprised you don't have one.
I don't have one active all the time. Anyhow. Yeah, no, this is just me bitching, basically. Spyderco, give me some new product, give me some new designs.
We'll see for 2022. We'll see if they got anything to offer us, or if they're like, hey, look, we got this Micarta Crewwear PM2 that we're showing off for 2022. Check it out.
Let's be honest, that's 2023.
Well, no, they'll still show it off again in 2022. They got nothing else to show people. What, they're going to show people a white stretch with the blue handle again? Like, seriously.
No, this time they've dyed the handle.
They're going to come out with a native size smock and call it a new product.
Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if we might see a variation of a smock. It's
a mini smock would be pretty cool.
I don't know if it's going to be a mini smock or not, but maybe some sort of
maxi smock.
Like
some sort of
yo jumbo size smock. Jesus Christ, that'd be terrifying.
A large Lozon size smock.
Whew. I mean, I'd probably
hands to flip it.
Honestly, I'd probably buy it. I mean, that's just stupid. That's awesome.
It's going to be a smock lightweight with plastic handles and BD1.
I mean, that's actually more likely. And so thank you for stepping on my hopes and dreams.
I was just about to talk about the Microtech giant Halo 5 and say it was about that size. And then you broke my heart, Dennis.
Well, they can make the lightweight version, lightweight XL. It's just as heavy as the original.
Weighs the same, 12 times the blade.
Yep. Oh, God, Spyderco. Why?
Maybe put a little Spy 27.
I wouldn't complain seeing more Spy 27 in their lineup. Sure, why not? But just give us some new designs. Come on. They could be in-house designs. It could be like the Manix or something, like it doesn't or the PM2. It doesn't have to be somebody else's work. It could be an in-house. I generally like the Glesser's design work, even the Dodo. That stupid little monstrosity.
I'm sorry. Are you besmirching the Dodo as an uglier knife than the Phoenix?
It is by far an uglier knife than the Phoenix. The Phoenix, yeah, sure, it's not the best looker, but the Dodo is hideous.
Okay.
The Polywog is worse than both, though.
There's only one word that I have to say. Well, two words, really.
Lobster?
No. To settle this conversation on which one of those knives is better, Eric Glesser designed one of them.
Hey, man, a broken clock is right twice a day, man.
Not a 24-hour clock.
Hey, he still gets it once a day.
There's a joke in there about not being like a sundial or Gregorian calendar. I don't know. His designs are freaking
I was over
weird,
here
though.
contemplating sundial jokes.
Yeah, there was something there, but now there isn't, so that's okay. Anyway, I just want there to be new shit.
And Justin's making a comment about it just needs to be a production knife again. I don't even care if it's not a production knife again. Let's just see a new edge hemp design. Why not?
Yeah.
He's put a bunch of stuff out, and there's been a handful of it I've liked. There's been a couple that are just like, meh, but you know.
But I mean, their ethnic series done by him, like, fantastic. I fully agree. There needs to be more work like that.
What's the Bowie? I mean, there's the Bowie, I think.
That is the Shemp Bowie. Yeah.
Yeah, but isn't there like almost like a Navajo kind of clip point?
Yeah.
One.
Dennis has that guy, and
somewhere.
I still.
Stop putting me on the spot, Jesus Christ! Where's your Bowie? Yeah, this thing's ugly as sin. By the way,
yeah,
I don't even like it.
That's hideous. I like it,
and it does it in a great way.
And it doesn't make the ratchety sound. The guy I bought it off of de-ratcheted it, but it did make the ratchet sound when you buy them production. So,
fair enough.
I still want that, Dennis. I still want that stupid thing.
This thing digs into your thumb like a Gail Bradley. Jesus. Anyway.
Your gun is digging into my hip.
Yeah, it is. The Navajo hip.
Who makes the rock lobster?
That's a Shemp design too, isn't it?
Is it? Because I want one.
Know if it was or not. I know Dick Richards was talking about the Shemp rock. And now it's a big fixed blade. We had the rock as well as the salt rock both in our store, and no one pulled the trigger on them because it's just a little too thin, big, not bushcrafty. So we would be buying it just to have, for fun, and compared to actually practical use. Yeah. And it is Navajo, not Navajo. He's right.
Oh yeah.
And the rock lobster is by Anso.
That's why I like it.
Yeah, okay. My mistake. I was clearly thinking of a different knife.
And only with a little bit of a Spidey Chef handle on that rock lobster now that we're looking at it. But we won't go there tonight. But
with a little PPT in there too. The double finger choil.
Yeah, that looks strange, doesn't it?
I'm into it.
Oh, my AC is going. Pardon me.
That's like his fridge is running, and then he had to go chase it type of comment. Like, seriously. He's like, oh.
I'm sad I caught that.
Excuse me for 1 minute.
Get back here.
I think they only made the rock lobster in like VG10 or something like that.
That's what this is, yeah.
And I think there was a sprint run that you got at one point in time, too.
See, I don't mind if Spyderco does sprints or limited editions or whatever. But do that in conjunction with new stuff, please. Please.
I'm going to pronounce it Navajo from now on just to be an asshole.
Really just focus on 2 or 3 good models and you can get away with it. I mean, look at ZT's kind of, and they only had 2 because you can't say the Black 308 was a new model. You all can't say it. Anyway. And the other 2 are kind of like they tried a long time ago and they're going to 2020 jazz them up and then try 2021 and re-release them type of thing.
Dennis forgot what year it was. It's amazing.
It's not good. It's not good.
We're almost in 2022, so
yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah.
That's depressing. Sorry.
Yeah, it could be worse. So
we could still be in 2021.
It could be still 2020.
Yeah. We could be in April, May of 2020.
So yes. So I think the moral of this first topic is that Joe hates his app.
Because there's
a daily reminder of how much Spyderco is not cutting the mustard right now.
There's this faint glimmer of hope every time I get a notification about something. I'm like, it's gonna be something new, but I'm like, nope, it's not, and then it isn't.
Although
Sad.
they did have some things trickle out. I heard through the grapevine that the LC200 and UKPKs might be starting to trickle into the wild. There's some other things. So some of the things they have announced for this year, I think, are slowly starting to come to fruition. Although we all know that a PM2 with crewware is going to be Christmas present. Like
Santa, it's going to
Santa,
be a Christmas gift for myself.
Christmas
Yeah.
miracle. It's
It's
and by that I mean I don't believe in them. No, I mean.
all right. Cheers.
Yeah. Good night, everybody. Happy holidays.
On that note. Shit.
Hey man, now I know what I'll pick for a Christmas offering now.
Well,
I mean,
I hope Chinook Arch is still making the spiced mead, because that is a fantastic seasonal drink.
That's better than eggnog for our Christmas episode for sure.
Could be. I'm actually drinking it this evening, just for a local plug again here, Chinook Arch.
Don't tell people about that. We need to keep that to ourselves.
I'm not telling them where to find it. It's exclusive, motherfucker. Track it down on your own. But
is that the cinnamon stuff too?
This is the fire and spice cinnamon stuff. Yeah, it's delicious. It's
Nice.
by far one of my favorite meads that's ever been produced. Yeah.
let's get away from this Spartaco website.
Ben's asking where Mr. Fisk is. I think he's watching football.
Yeah.
He's one of them Americans. He's got to get his foosball in.
Merkin.
American.
Merkin.
It really sounds like you're saying Merkin, Joe.
Yeah. It sure do sound like that.
So on the next topic.
Yeah, which one is it?
Oh, I thought you had 3.
No. Just those 3 screenshots. That's all it was.
Oh, I see. It was one topic to bitch about Spyderco with
That's
3
it.
pictures.
Pretty much.
All right. I'll go next.
He did his part. You go ahead.
So I'm hoping that we can hear the audio on this, and I'm going to try to delay until I can actually hear it myself, just to remind myself what's going on. But just watching this video here, I don't know. Can we
hear it on this end, Joe?
I don't know if you guys are going to be able to hear it through the call. Oh, that's
okay. So this
thing.
is a Conway product. It's made in the APOC series. It's called the Wayward Camper. And I was watching the video on it not too long ago. It came out a couple years ago. Look, tank of a knife, like 6 mil thick, 9260, I think is what they said, for everyone who needs to have a knife that's also a crowbar. Yeah. So anyway, hopefully we can hear the audio on this and hear the little description that he puts up there.
This will go through. This will go through the YouTube stream. So if you guys want to unmute the video on your ends, you should be able to hear.
Yeah.
Oh, but I don't want the feedback to come through Paul here.
Can you?
You'd have to.
I can mute. I can mute Paul, but then he's just gonna have to ask for permission to be unmuted or something like that. Okay, so I'm gonna
raise your hand, you bastard.
raise your hand if you want to talk. All right, so muting. All right, Paul's muted, and we're gonna play the video.
A unique feature to the Wayward Camper is the built-in splitting choil. A 1/8 inch section of the edge is intentionally left unsharpened here, the perfect spot to aid in splitting wood when batoning and keeping the rest of the edge in good shape. Of course, any good knife needs a solid sheath, and this one doesn't disappoint. The full Kydex sheath is molded well to the knife, with good retention and silent carry. The generous belt loop is made of nylon with a hook and loop fastener backed up.
Intentionally unsharpened. Raise your head. That's right, sir.
Perfect. Hey, it worked. It got my attention. Yeah, so the pertinent part, I'm assuming, is right back here.
Up by a large.
I'm going to back that up. Right where he's talking about the unsharpened portion. There.
Correct, sir. And we've talked about this in the store, about this anomaly on how these knives have this little 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 of an inch thing on the back where they're not sharpened. And we were kind of talking about finger safety for choking up on the blade and things like that, right? But yeah, that's right. Raise your hand.
Are they finger choil?
What's that?
Or is it the space right in front of the finger choil?
That part of the blade that we've noticed on the campers that are consistently not sharpened before the sharp part actually starts.
Yeah, like the heel of the knife.
Correct, sir. Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure they weren't talking about the finger choil because my brain was exploding.
Yeah, no. not the area here. The area here.
No, the area where the bevel, yours has a blunted choil on it.
Yes, but I'm just saying in the relative area on this knife compared to that one because I don't have a good approximation here.
The actual heel of the cutting edge.
Yes.
So what he's talking about, Joe, and you had a better knife to describe it. What he's talking about is this little part right here.
Yeah.
So if it's on your knife, yes, even on the DPX, because you've got a large Bowie that describes it perfectly, you've got a nice blunted piece. Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Now, on the Wayward Camper, it just tapers to be blunt. It just tapers to be blunt and then goes into the finger choil itself. And we always thought it might be for safety's sake, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if you heard the two terms that he just used there. And it was actually Nigel and myself that were watching this video, and we both heard it and we're like, what did they just call it? They called it a splitting choil.
They sure did.
So
that sounds like that's in reference to the whole curved portion that's removed. Yeah.
So it took me a long time to figure out it's what they were actually talking about here, because it's very much, if you go back and listen to the video, they talk about very much the 1/8 of an inch or the 1/4 of an inch piece of unsharpened knife that they're calling the splitting choil. So it's not intentional, the finger choil in any way. It's just that unsharpened little bit that's on the end of a Wayward Camper. If you listen to the video again, it very much talks about the unsharpened piece. Intentionally unsharpened is what they talk about as a splitting choil.
Very weird. Do you want me to go back to listen again, or?
if you want to, but I mean, yeah, that's what the video said. That's what we just I heard. Anyway, I've watched it 3 or 4 times now just to be queuing up to the right moments and whatever, right? But yeah.
So how is that supposed to improve splitting?
So my only thought here in terms of rationalizing this is because, thank you, once you start the splitting process, you're in a gap in between the pieces of the wood that you're separating. You don't actually need an apex to that edge. You just need the geometry of the blade to split. So
one of the reasons that wooden wedges work, and you can carve wooden wedges and split stuff apart by hammering them. Yes, that is definitely a good point for sure.
But there's so little of an area, and if the intention is to save that part of the edge from being damaged, I don't know. I'm not sure I get it.
The point I was going to make, though, is that a sharpened edge does the same thing. You don't need it to be sharp, but a sharp edge will hold up to batoning if it's got the right geometry just fine.
Right. And this is 9260 spring steel, so you figure it'd be more than tough enough for batoning through wood.
Have an issue just going to town on it, right? Now, the only thing I can think of myself, and the Trailmaster is kind of in that same boat, where it does have that little choil on the back there, and it would be not sharpening that back little bit. Now, Trailmaster is a 10-inch blade, and the chances of you actually getting to the point where you're using that back little bit is probably slim to none, because you've got a lot of knife to work with on the Trailmaster. The Camper is a 7.5-inch blade or something like that. Now, the only thing I can possibly think of, and honestly, I don't know. That's the first time I've ever heard of this term before in my life. And I'm like, okay, batoning choil, riddle me that, Batman type of thing, right? So I've seen in knives in particular and fixed blades, and specifically coming to mind a Rat 7 that I've seen, as well as a partially serrated K-bar. Now, anytime you get weird crescents into things, whether it's the teeth, the whatever, blah, blah, blah type of thing, I have seen deformation specifically with batoning. And both with a K-bar with a partial serration, as well as a Rat 7 that was a partially serrated. And both times I saw that, the serrations themselves rolled like nobody's business from the impact and the points of the teeth.
That.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, depending on how crisp, but this thing is 6 mils thick. Why would they worry about anything being thin enough to roll over? Honestly, that's the only thing I can think of, other than just being lazy and not hitting the edge of the handle when they're sharpening it and then making it into a feature.
But it's weird because to do that consistently enough for it to be a feature requires, well, the skill and the consistency to get to that point. So,
and are they being sharpened before they're being assembled? Because I personally probably would finish blades before, I don't know, finish polishing. I don't know. It's 50-50 really. You could probably do it either way.
It depends on what kind of setup. If these guys are being sharpened by hand, then I would personally, like, if it were me, I'd prefer having the handles together. Yeah.
Comfort wise, yeah, for sure.
I'm curious as to why they didn't just say it's so that you don't cut the tip of your finger if you're using that front choil and be done with it. It would still be an excuse.
Yeah. What do they say on that? Have you checked their website? Do you know if there's any kind of written in?
No mention. No mention. It's completely not talked about as a feature in the description in any way.
That's super weird. Oh, I wanted to find their website quickly, but apparently that's just
Casa Iberia.
So anyway, yeah, it was something that definitely came to my attention this week, and I was like, splitting choil, you say?
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
It's a thing now. It's a thing. It'll be trending.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's why I don't like it.
Why can't I find Casa Iberia's website?
I don't want this to be the new Cleaver, okay?
Oh, cleavers. I don't know what's replacing cleavers yet. We're working on it. Cleavers are still just like clinging on because something hasn't replaced it yet.
Yeah, it's weird, but like, sorry, giving away secrets there. But
the fact that worn clips are becoming more popular because they're a cleaver blade that's, more useful.
Oh, when the Cleaver Trend started to happen, yeah, Sheepsfoot and Warncliffe jumped on that bandwagon too, for sure.
Yeah.
It is kind of weird that it hasn't died yet, though.
Well, like I said, there's just been nothing to replace it, so we're just kind of in a linger stage. Whereas, like in the past, the trends have kind of jumped from this to this to this, and I guess a lightweight trend is kind of what we're in right now, as far as a trend to take it over.
I guess, but didn't the whole
a great segue?
Oh yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah, that's right. I did that on purpose.
Cool.
Yeah, no, I don't want to cut over to anything else if we're not done talking about this, but yeah, that is a pretty actually good segue into.
I don't know. We can have some comments and we can dabble back on that, but we can keep talking and have multiple topics going on because, we're capable of doing that. Anyway,
we're adults.
Sure.
I can grow my own facial hair. That's right.
Yeah, but I could do that at 13.
I'm not growing anyone else's facial hair. So I gotta focus on my own.
Yeah, I could barely get it there as it is. I mean, all the effort I could put into it, right? Fuck. The only thing I really wanted to say as far as the lightweight trend, kind of questioning the timing. Dennis might have a better memory of this, but like the whole Cleaver thing, didn't that happen just before?
Okay, so
like barely.
The lightweight thing hasn't been a race because yes, the bug out came on the market and it was super lightweight. And the bug out came on the market about the same time that the Cleaver Trend was starting to explode, maybe within a year or so, right? But the thing is that the bug out didn't fucking take off until the last year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah.
And now everyone is chasing a lightweight train because they've seen how successful a bug out is, right? So
yeah, I think it took people a minute to be like, but it's an FRN handle. Who the hell can? Oh, they're selling how many? Okay, lightweight. Do that.
Yeah.
Well,
And Dick Richards is asking how much this knife is. I believe it's 129 polar bear dollars on the Cutting Edge website. So, I mean, you're supporting the cause. Yeah, we do ship down into the States and we can ship you one of these bad boys. Because honestly, if you're looking for a tank of a knife, this is one of the first ones I grabbed, like right in there with an SRK where you don't want to spend a lot of money and you want to get just abuse as hell type of knife.
It would be really weird to send Dick Richards' knife to the U.S.
Or Canada.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's in Ontario.
Yeah. Sorry, my bad. Yeah.
Sega Beach.
go find it. Yeah.
We'll send it to Fisk.
Tell him not to put this one in an aquarium. I think the coating is pretty good, but the edge might suffer a little bit.
The edge will suffer.
A little bit.
It's not even a 7-inch blade.
But yes, I agree with Justin as well as the whole APOC series. Yeah, honestly, yes. I haven't seen any of them that I'm like, if you told me that I was getting one of those, I'd be like, yeah, okay, I can live with that type of, yeah. So even some of the swords that haven't necessarily been my style, even if you were just like, here's a what is it, the Yatagan? That weird looking Persian. I'd be like, cool, this thing's messed up. I'm going to go chop some shit with it. Like, it's seriously.
I kind of still really want their Cutlass.
I'm interested in Ben's opinion on the Splitting Choil. Being a bushcraft boy, and I know he's a bushcraft boy. Yeah, because we have similar interest. I'm super interested in Ben's comment. He did also, yeah.
Nice.
Anyway.
Yeah.
We can segue into the lightweight and the cleavers, and you were going to talk about something too, Paul.
Yes, lightweight.
We'll bring it back around again.
Segways. If you want to bring that link up there, Joseph.
Oh, there we go.
I need it on screen so I can see it to comment on it. It's a SOG something or other. Vision XR LTE 35-year edition.
Someone's been watching or reading knife news again.
We bypassed that, man. But I wasn't even gonna say.
Wasn't gonna say
better than that. God damn it!
Yeah.
So, I mean, SOG made a titanium-handled XHP version of their Vision version.
So apparently there's just enough XHP for SOG to use because they seem like one of the only guys other than like a Chaparral and a something here or there with Spyderco. But yeah, SOG seems to be the other guys that are like, nope, we're using XHP. And I hate that they're doing it, but I got to give them credit for building some half-ass decent knives over the last couple of years.
Yeah, I wonder how much of this is to blame or rather the guy who's getting the credit for this is their marketing director. Because I know they brought somebody on like a year and a half, 2 years ago, and a lot of major changes kind of started from that point going forwards. I like what they've been doing.
I think it's the right direction for the company for sure.
Oh yeah, lots of stuff made in the States with decent materials, but it's SOG prices. But at least you can justify some of the prices.
Speaking of SOG prices, $400 for XHP is a little much. Titanium or not, it is a collector edition, so there's some leeway in there for tomfoolery.
There's only 100. There's only 350,
and they're coming in like their own briefcase with a crazy coin, and
that's fair. I'll give you that.
The most
like this whole thing is like just meant for SOG boys to drool on. Like
I was gonna segue into the fact that they're using carbon fiber liners for it.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
If you go to picture number 4 in their list from the first one, you can just catch a hint if you zoom in on the back spacer of it, the knife. You can see their carbon fiber liner.
Oh, kinda. You can almost see the pattern. All right, I'm gonna try and zoom. Oh,
next one over. Yeah. Point to the right. You can just kind of see it in there.
SOG, your website is busted.
It really is. It's bunk.
Can I open this in a new tab? Is it just going to break? Yeah, it's not going to let me do that. Whatever. Anyway, carbon fiber liners.
Also limited with 2 M's, by the way.
That's extra
limited.
It's limited to 350 pieces.
It's because this knife is so delicious, apparently.
I repeat.
Although I do like the way that they put their part number, where it's not something out of this. All it is the 3-digit number hyphen 350. So I don't know, like it's in the description there, Joe, when you're reading the description.
This knife
it's also the limited that's misspelled. Yeah.
To 350 pieces and a serialized from 001 to 350. Okay.
So does that mean you get a knife you could get one that's just 069? Can I have that one?
Of course there's going to be.
I don't want to pay for it, but I want that knife.
You don't want to pay $400 American for a SOG?
No, I do not.
But it's American-made goods, sir.
So
it's limited.
We're not going to go to Knife News' about this knife. But in the article, they make a comment about it being an LTE version, which is what gives you the carbon fiber liners. And they use it to make their knives lightweight. This one's a titanium handled version, so it's actually a ½ ounce heavier with the liners than their standard version. Yes, that's the right face to make, Joe.
They could have just saved more weight by properly skeletonizing it.
I wonder how fast Pete can run with that one.
So fast.
The only argument to use carbon fiber, honestly, I think, is to make it more expensive.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
In which case, show it off in the friggin' pictures. The fact that you have to struggle, Bus, to like see one picture where you can kind of see the liner hurts my feelings.
Yeah, it kind of sucks.
Also, I feel some kind of way, some kind of thing.
Okay, that's just milling texture. Yeah.
I'm not one for like coatings on my blades either, but I don't hate this tiger striped pattern.
Doesn't look terrible.
No, it's got that tactical kind of.
It's not the blood splash pattern that what's their name did.
Dark Ops.
Dark Ops. Yeah. It's no Dark Ops.
I was about to make a Dark Ops comment, but
I thought you were talking about Microtech's Zombie Edition stuff from like 10 years ago.
Those two.
Yeah. Hey, knife companies, don't put fake blood on my knife. Thanks. Just don't do it.
Don't put real blood on my knife either. Like, I want my knife to be new. It's
blood-free.
Blood-free. That needs to be your slogan, Joe. Again, trademark.
Blood-free.
100% blood-free. Or not. I cannot guarantee that blood was not shed on this. Yeah. Like in your write-up or whatever. Blood, sweat, and tears or something. Make a write-up about. Yeah.
Every knife from now on ships with a little sticker on it that says, now 100% dolphin blood-free.
Hey, man.
Technically true.
Yes. I hope. Enriched with dolphin blood.
Yeah. We're gonna hear it. We're gonna hear it on the news. Zoo had a terrible accident.
Terrible accident.
Maybe I should be claiming that I quench all my blades in dolphin blood. I don't know.
No, I don't think that will help sales at all, Joe.
No, but it'll get Peter's attention, and therefore I'll get more attention. Then I can say it's all a joke. But hey,
what you gotta do. I mean, isn't that the Kardashian way? Yeah. All press is good press?
Pretty much. Because that works out so well.
I'm just saying, go on the news and laugh about it and be like, they took me seriously. Can you imagine?
I'm just really impressed to see who our role models are here this evening. That's good.
Hey, man.
What's that mean?
We had Jorge Masvidal beating up the Pauls earlier, and now we got...
he can't. Walker's already gone, man. He missed his chance.
He's coming for me, dude. I'm just saying. I'm going to hear a knock at the door, and you're never going to see me again.
So... jumping back to that tiger stripe finish, there's a little blurb here. Also a nod to SOG's roots, tiger stripe camo was worn by members of MACV SOG, a highly classified multi-service United States Special Operations Unit that conducted covert operations prior to and during the Vietnam War. So that's where the pattern on the blade comes from. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Rambo styles with a Z.
Gross. Carly Kennedy. Why does that name sound so familiar? Huh. Okay.
I do like the fact that they made their Tonto only just barely, so I can sharpen it out. It's not a Tonto anymore.
Paul's reground Vision XR LTE 35.
Yeah.
Now
first,
worth
folks.
$0. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there's pictures of the Kruben Fruber liners. They skeletonized. Yeah, they skeletonized the carbon fiber liners. Oh.
Yeah, well, they do have just the one picture.
Yeah.
Did they skeletonize the titanium?
Well, I mean, they must have in order. Oh, are you saying that they left the raised portions to fit in the grooves for that? Oh, I would actually. I'd really like that. So. Like, that's so much trouble to go to for like nothing.
Yeah,
but it would be neat.
Every hour of machining increases the cost of the knife.
You're not wrong. Oh, my mistake. Country of origin, Taiwan. All right. I was assuming American made.
Taiwan makes a good knife.
There's nothing wrong with it, but I had assumed USA made.
Okay, what's the chance that bad boy's made in the same factory Cold Steel gets their Taiwanese stuff made?
Or Spyderco.
I was gonna say.
Titanium's being used, so.
Well, just similar styling, even.
Mm.
It's not big enough.
Wouldn't surprise me in the slightest, but
I could see it.
What, 3 1/4 blade?
So what do you think? I should add 6 or more to cart. Get this night rolling.
There's no limit to the quantity you can buy.
Please
surprisingly, they're not crashing websites on this one, selling out with 350 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. It bothers me that I kind of like a SOG.
It should.
But I like the fact that there's still things about it I can make fun of.
Yeah.
Well, mock away.
Oh, I have. I was hoping for this to last a little longer, but
well, I don't know. For me, it's just the SOG. I'll give them credit. Their actions have been pretty good with this XR lock, and I've played with a couple now that I'm just like, Jesus, that's a nice knife, and you can't complain about it for what it is and the price point of being 150 or 180. Now, this is an exception to the rule, but some of the new stuff's coming out that, yeah,
kind of wanted to pop over to there.
They're going to take over where Cold Steel. They're going to take over where Cold Steel is slipping.
I wouldn't complain. I mean, honestly,
SOG makes a comeback.
Yeah, it's about time. Oh, what was there?
About time.
Yeah.
I mean, comeback. Sorry. Call it a comeback.
There was a little dagger-looking folder they made. Was it the Terminus? No, no. Anyway.
Paul's going King Kong on us there.
Do you like that? I could actually see my eyes and mouth through it.
That's spooky. I don't like that.
Planet of the Apes going on.
Hey, man.
Anyway, yeah.
You blew it up.
Blued.
Yeah.
You brecked it.
Wow. It's Breckton.
It's going to be a Brexit here soon.
Oof.
All right. Well, I have a couple other small things.
That's good.
That's nice, dear.
Well, one of them's a Spyderco exclusive. No, I'm just kidding.
It's not. Unless it's in your hands, Dennis, I don't give a shit.
You would. If I announced some sort of bullshit long ago, whatever, Chinese folder from Bob Lum and they re-released a third time and you'd be losing your shit over it. Come on.
Yeah.
No. The two I have is actually just Knife News articles. So, I mean, that's easy enough.
Okay. Let's do that.
GEC, I've been talking about traditionals. I had to do some shifting in my EDC box just to make my life copacetic. And one of those things was deciding what the new aluminum bug out was going to take its place of.
And what place was taken?
I still don't know that, but in the process of doing that, my Benchmade proper kicked out my Manly Wasp in the Benchmade box, so it can truly be a Benchmade box. Now, the Manly Wasp was the only thing that was hanging up my whole Benchmade box 5. But in doing so, I now have a slot open for my traditionals. And I've been looking at traditionals over the last week or so, and I've been trying to hum and haw. And do you know how hard it is to find a GEC right now that's not $300? It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So this one, you can pay slightly less than 300 if the website doesn't crash. I mean, hopefully we can distract enough people with that SOG knife that I can go get a GEC and...
You think that's a possibility, do you?
Red herring them over that way a little bit. So
you think they share the same? There's some crossover in that market.
Exactly.
Same guys buying these cute little traditionals are also going to buy out these songs.
I got the demographic dialed in. Let me tell you.
Jibus.
It's obviously the same guy.
So, but it's a cool looking knife. Sheep's footy with a little penknife thing, kind of Barlowy. They call it a jack because it's not quite a Barlow. But one of the things I'm not a huge fan about is it closed. If you scroll down, in this picture, it doesn't look as dramatic, but when you scroll down, that sheep's foot blade sticks out like a son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Hey, man,
it doesn't
take some steel off the kicker. You'll be fine.
But I mean, like, seriously, compared to even Joe's pruning knife, like his pruning knife sticks out almost an equal amount with a hawkbill that this thing does.
I actually think
they got worse than this.
Well, that's what I'm talking about, man. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, look at it though. Look at the blade. It's significant. Whereas if you look at the Farm and Field, I know it's more of that Viper style, swayback style blade, right? But like sinks completely into the handle and just disappears.
Well,
there's no big, awkward, crazy, humpy action going on.
I was going to say the closest thing I have to that would probably be the Congress that I almost never carry.
No, I can understand that. I can understand that with the way that spine is developed.
Oh yeah,
that
for sure.
blade,
it's got that sweep,
blade.
But...
Well, not just that, but that blade is coming out on this sweep, so it has to continue to come out. So your sheep's foot blades do kind of protrude out a little bit more on a Congress, but that's because of the way that the spine is angling those blades out this way, right?
Yeah, which is just weird that this doesn't sit further than it. Like
what I'm saying.
Now, the only thing I can say is that those. On the production line, if you look closely, those shields are not finished. The glue or tape or whatever is still over top. The pins are all exposed on the bolsters. That makes me think that they maybe haven't even finished grinding down the kicks yet. Because they don't look as bad in the finished photo, like the one up top here. So there might be some hope.
And it does say some well done jacks on the production line, but that's also saying some well done jacks in that picture, right? So I don't know. Either way, I hope they aren't as raised as much as that, because
Angus jacks. Angus.
Did they misspell as well? They threw a T up in there somewhere.
A T that doesn't belong right underneath the photo.
Well, yeah.
I think
because it's the halfway between an angst and August. So
those things go together.
Why not?
It's an Angus.
I don't like the words that are coming out of your face. Dick Richards wants to know what the steel that makes up the pivot pin of most knives is made of.
The pivot pin?
Stainless steel is the easy answer.
Yeah. If I had to guess, like a 416 or a 300 series
416, 306,
316.
You're
something
301, yeah. So
you want something that's really corrosion resistant, and mildly abrasion resistant.
CRKG likes doing 420J liners because they say that in their website quite a bit. Yeah.
But as far as pins go, generally.
Yeah, soft, something that takes vibration. That's the main thing. You don't want something crazy, crazy hard because it'll be brittle and end up bending and breaking on you.
Yeah, like you still need to have hardened hardware if you're doing things correctly, right? You don't want stuff to wear away too quickly, but you don't want that. But we're talking like mid to upper 30s Rockwell at hardest. I mean, like maybe 40, but that's kind of pushing it from what I can gather.
What's the Rockwell of like a lock face usually?
Well, that's a little bit different. Do you mean for like a liner lock or a back lock, or what kind of lock are we
I'm
talking?
thinking for a liner lock or like a frame lock or something like that.
I was researching this a little while ago, and I found a thread talking about optimal hardness levels. It's definitely softer. Kind of like how back springs for slip joints are actually softer than the blade steel itself. I think if they're too close in hardness, they start to grind on each other. Yeah.
I think you'd also rather have like your lock interface or your pivot pin be the thing that wears away and gets replaced rather than the blade of your knife. If I was making a production knife, the cheapest part that I have to replace is probably the one that I want to make to wear out first.
Yeah, I could see that for sure.
Circle back on the whole GEC here, pattern 86. Yes. If you actually want to drop down to the last paragraph, it actually says it's going to be followed by another version of an 86. One with a single clip point blade made from 440C stainless and coming in several cover options: natural bone, red and linen micarta, red and black linen micarta, and OD green canvas micarta. 440C on a GEC.
Yeah, that's been done a handful of times, I think, but very rarely.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think maybe a couple times, but I can't remember the last GEC I heard of being a stainless, right? Like,
I think it's only ever 440C, isn't it, when it comes to stainless steels from them?
For them specifically, I think, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. But I think it's pretty much exclusively 1095 for the carbon steel as well. I think they are very,
They've done some 01 for like their field and their farm and field or whatever line.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen the Sodbuster in 01.
Are you not thinking of Boker, maybe?
Nope, I'm not.
Okay. We'll put a pin in that one.
I would have to go and find the video. It's an old Cutlery Lover video where he shows off an 01.
Okay, fair enough.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's from 10 years ago or something like that.
Right. Speaking of traditionals, brief side note, I've been trying to carry this guy more often.
Yes, you should carry that one more often. I was actually looking at those as one of my new options for a traditional. They're not nice enough. Don't me. Have you seen what I have for traditionals?
Yeah, but they don't have VG10 stainless, so or aluminum. So
you're not proving your point. You're actually proving mine.
Here, let me make you more sad.
They don't have VG10 with aluminum handles. You're right.
How's this? I have the option of carrying this, and I do more often than I carry either this guy with its D2 and its nice, lovely tortoiseshell handles, or this guy, Rough Rider with D2.
Well, you know what that means, right?
Carry that knife more often.
I was going to say, you know what that means. You should just sell me your Congress if you don't carry it that often.
No.
Goddamn,
sell
dude.
him your Congress. Sell me your Rough Rider.
I do actually. I do carry the Congress from time to time, but
and then
honestly,
buy another VG10 with aluminum handle, man. This like solves everyone's problem right here. I've been looking for a traditional for my box.
The reason why I haven't carried it as much, to be honest, the Congress specifically, is because I am kind of scared of damaging these handles. I know it's just faux tortoiseshell or whatever, but I don't know. I don't know why I'm being so precious about this one in particular, but it comes out occasionally. But if I'm doing work around the yard or in the garage or something, it usually just stays in the box. Well, I already have one that I carry pretty much all my other clipless
with a Fisher Space Pen, and he's still worried about it. I can tell you.
No, but I mean, when using it, I'm thinking I'm going to end up dropping this thing. Whereas I don't really care about the Rough Rider as much.
Question.
Yeah.
There's a Fisher Space Pen on the side of that?
Mm-hmm.
Sure is, yeah.
To go with the other pen that you normally have in your pocket as well?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes. So here's the thing. This writes on packages I have...
Whoa.
First he carries multiple knives, then he carries multiple pens. What the hell? Actually, this is great for writing on the flashlights, just because it's attached to the other pen.
Sometimes they
else.
cross over with the pen aspect, and
Yeah.
you don't have a choice. You just don't have a choice, man.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Yeah.
They roped me into it with my pen.
Pretty much, bastards. I need to get a refill for that thing. But this thing, Fisher Space Pen, great for writing on packages that you're mailing out. But that's actually the major reason why I carry this thing, is because if I do need to ship something out, this is perfect.
The only pen I carry is a bullet pen, but yeah. Put the cap on the backside. You got a full-size pen right with it. It's good times.
I think.
Yeah, I should have grabbed one when they were available through
our company.
They're nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to branch out a little bit. So
I should carry this more frequently.
Yeah.
You should. Because I guarantee if you pulled that out and cut anything with it, it's an instant just like, okay, I got to see that type of like.
Just for the record, I don't know what's happened to this thing, but watch how slow this blade closes now.
That was the saddest, tiniest little click.
What company is that one?
Queen.
I think this one is Queen.
It doesn't have any markings on the blade.
It says Queen.
I'm so glad we have a knife channel. That's awesome.
I was right.
Oh, yeah, sure, but god damn.
Anyway, yeah. You should carry that more often.
You know what you should carry though? That clip point little Barlow thing you've got. Yeah, the one you're reaching for. Yeah, that thing.
That guy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I want a slip pouch for this guy.
You don't have leather pouches, do you?
No.
Well,
Not
then.
cool enough.
Yeah.
Not cool enough.
And yeah, curious what Ben's Fisher pen is as well. I know Joe's is a bullet, mine's a bullet as well. Yeah. Which I also think, I don't have it on me right now, it's in my wallet, but the black Fisher Space Pen is slightly cheaper than the brass Fisher Space Pen that Joe owns, because Joe has the brass one on his Northwoods there. The best part about it is the black one is a brass one that's been black coated.
Yeah. So if you want a brass one, you want to save some money.
And you might
buy the black one and strip the coating.
Which is so stupid, because you might think, oh, so maybe they just didn't bother polishing the brass then? Is that why it's is that why it's cheaper? Brass is so easy to polish that cannot factor into the cost difference in my mind.
It's
like
pretty
at all.
shiny on Dennis's too.
Yeah.
No, some of that might have been pocket wear, but still, it's
For sure. But even if that's the case, if you do strip it and it's scratchy, it'll take no time at all to buff it out into a shiny pen.
Yeah, for sure. So apparently Ben has gone all custom with his Fisher Space Pen. It's the Space Zebra F7401. I'm pretty sure that's a spaceship.
It's a fighter jet.
Yeah, no doubt.
F71 Blackbird or some shit.
But a zebra. With zebra striping like SOGs, it's full circle. It comes back around. It's just,
Oh, no.
You thought that was tiger striping. It's zebra striping.
I'm going to get Joe a patch for his coat or hat that just says my other pen is a fountain pen.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yep.
Yeah.
My other pen has a feather in it. It's it's
that's the one he uses at home.
His quill pen. Yeah.
No, it's just a feather after. Yeah. No pen. Oh, that was on Joe. Look at the bottom. Oh, sorry. Was that the website the Pen Enthusiast one?
You're pen
towards
enthusiast.
The bottom of the page, maybe. Is this just a modified version? Oh no, that's the
You buy two pens and you make your own.
Oh, I see.
I dig it. I'm into that.
Interesting.
So he basically did what you and Justin did with bug outs.
It's true. It's true. So you're giving shit away.
You've talked about it so many times before.
I was going to say, it was already given away in chat, and, you know, a dozen other videos that we've talked about it.
So what I might have been setting up is the fact that we might be setting the picture in the Instagram and maybe putting a giveaway along with it. And if you can comment what the difference is on these two particular items, you can be entered into the giveaway.
Oh, fair enough. Too late.
I had a plan. I didn't talk to you about it, so it's my bad. It's my bad. I understand. But that's why I was getting Justin to hold his horses too. So
I see.
So I guess to finish the episode, we'll roundabout it to the lightweight series again, because, you know, we're keeping on using the lightweight to segue shit that's not really lightweight in the first place. But
Spyderco. I mean, cough, Spyderco.
It just means that the guys in chat already know about it, and they're like basically pre-entered to win as long as they're
one step ahead.
On Instagram.
One step ahead of the game. So
all 6 of us.
You want to post that picture, you can.
There it is.
So Justin and I did a thing, and Justin can keep his comments to himself for now, but I mean, he's probably the most likely to get in on this giveaway because he's kind of part of it. But anyway.
Justin's giving away his knife. That's nice of him.
If you can comment exactly what has happened with these two particular bug outs down in either this YouTube video.
Everything?
What has happened? No.
Okay.
We need specifics, my friend. And we'll also be posting it on Instagram. We'll probably be posting it more than once to give everyone a fair share and get in on it, because we want to get as many people in on the giveaway as we can. Details will be up on the Instagram. But yes, you guys want to throw it out there on what we actually did to make these knives what they are right now. We'll be revealing that probably in a week or two. And
what are we celebrating?
What are we celebrating? Is there sirens in the background?
No, I'm just wondering what we're doing a giveaway for.
No, we've been procrastinating giveaway for a goddamn 3 months, man. Like, it's about time that we just get our shit together, and I got stuff over here that we might as well just send to people. So let's give away some stuff and find out what happens. Yeah. So maybe incentive to get us over that 1,000 marker, and we can throw another giveaway. Patreon guys have been pretty much auto put into the contest as well for contributing to us. I think that's probably going to be a stipulation on this giveaway is I think anyone that's contributing on Patreon is just automatically entered, because we want to thank you guys so much for supporting us. Yeah, as small a chat as it is. Like I said, I didn't say shit to either one of these guys. I was just planning on posting up some pictures on Pokey Factor and making some rules for these guys, and they'll be like, yeah, okay, let's give away some stuff. So we got headlamps, we got knives, we got folders, we got fixed blades, we got a whole bunch of stuff that, yeah, why not throw it up on the chopping block and see what happens type of thing, right? So
indeed,
it's been a couple years. I think it's time for doing it. So
yeah,
fair enough. So on that note, follow us on Instagram. Do it for obvious reasons.
Yeah. When we post this picture, you can comment on what exactly has been done to these knives. And
the pocket clip's been put on the wrong side.
Well, that's the first thing. I mean, should we give bonus points for how many things? With this picture, you can't tell. Maybe I'll give sneak peeks throughout the next couple of weeks on things that we can hint on.
No, the pocket clip's the only thing that's changed.
There's nothing else wrong with these two knives. And actually, by nothing else wrong, I mean they're now perfect, god damn it. So
both of them. Yep.
Are you kidding me? Have you seen that carbon fiber one? Damn, son. Like, I don't know if I made the right choice here. No, I did. I did make the right choice.
Don't give Justin any ideas. Yeah.
I will say one. Oh, no, I can't say anything. Never mind.
You can say some things.
Okay, I just want to say that the handle doesn't look as blue. The aluminum one doesn't look as blue now.
Okay, so my camera takes some fucked up tone sometimes on colors, and I kind of played with it and messed around with it, and that's one of the big reasons.
Okay, but even in person, when I saw the things that happened here,
the contrast is not as blue as it used to be. I will give you that. But I'm also a Photoshop editing whore sometimes when it comes to photos, and I make them look pretty as I can. And that's one of these situations in this one for sure. So
what you got to do is you just take saturation and you drag it all the way over to
100. You say that as if he's never done it before.
Subtle. That subtle hint of
Oh, yeah, that's subtle. It looks like it's been fucking firebombed.
Yeah. There is a cartoon mode. I might as well put it on at the same time. Like, seriously.
Did the picture of this look like it was cartoon mode? That's 100% saturation. 300% saturation.
Well, you got to do something when your backyard is a parking lot. So,
hey, man, that's the train station.
I had a pretty blue banister to work with my backdrop this time.
I used the train line.
It works.
That was a ghost photo. And then I turned around and there was definitely somebody right behind me buying fare for the train. And I was like, oh, hello. As I put my knife in my pocket.
Yeah. I've got a picture that I just took not too long ago of my carbon fiber griptilian that I was trying to get a decent shot, and it was outside of a liquor store. So definitely more than one person walking in and out, probably curious what the hell I was doing.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure I'm big enough that I could block the angle of what they can see.
Oh,
even though you have the knife in the photo, you're still that douche taking pictures of your shit in public. Asshole. I don't mean you. I just mean
yes,
us.
you do. Yes, you do.
You too, but also
you especially, but also people in general.
Yeah. You the most.
I mean, I took mine at a bus stop, so I really can't poke too much fun. But
it was okay, other than the fact that it wasn't centered. But anyway, center that shit. You got a nice picture, but
yeah, no.
Hey,
tried zooming in, didn't work.
So yeah, a final topic, I guess, is what you see before you. And I think everyone in the group chat has been here for enough weeks that I think you guys know what we did. Ben does say, I like what you guys did with it. Yeah, dude, that combo.
They're both better for it.
Yes.
Regardless of what the makeup of this current model, the aesthetics of these two knives should have happened originally.
Yep.
Because what I see right now looks prettier in my mind than what the original versions were.
Yeah, I'll agree to that.
Yeah.
Something about a black on black with CF that always looks nice.
Well, no. The clip is on the right side of one of them. That's what I was talking about.
Oh, clearly.
On the right side.
That's all it took.
On the right side, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. One of them is on the right side.
Both the right and the correct.
Hate it.
So anyway, I figured that would be a good thing to throw out there. And probably we will have maybe a first place and a second place and maybe even a rubber up where we give some sons of bitches some stickers that they can promote. And yeah, maybe you'll get an auto entry if you post something on Instagram with a Pokey Factor sticker. Maybe we'll make one of those a rule.
I genuinely thought you were going to say an autograph, and I was both amused by the idea of us signing something and horrified at the idea of me having to sign something.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. You're not that important, Paul.
You guys sign it. I'll just sit over here.
Nobody wants my
Dick Richards wants our autograph.
Good stuff. Good stuff, gentlemen.
It'll be worth nothing. You're welcome.
And I'm sure we will talk about this over the next couple of weeks. So you'll probably get some sneak peeks even to the answers. We're probably going to spill the beans on the YouTube channel. But seeing that we have low viewership, if you do get to spill the beans, it just means you guys are one of the guys that are showing up every Sunday, and we appreciate that. So, yeah, we won't be too secretive about it for sure. So. Probably because I'm going to take it home next week and we're probably going to talk about it.
Hey, Ben, do you want a DNA sample at the same time?
No.
100% blood free. Come on.
I was going to say you can do that on the you can do that on the same piece of paper for sure. It's
I sure can.
Please don't.
No, you're on that note.
On that note, cut the blood.
Yeah, no shit.
I was just gonna spit on it, man. Jesus.
That's much better than what I had in mind.
Yeah.
Just nothing better than just sealing up an envelope for Ben. Just that's the better option.
I still don't like it. All right, we've dragged this on long enough.
Yep. Let's cut it while we can.
Thanks again for joining us, guys.
Yeah, again, thanks to everyone who's contributed on Patreon. Other than the competition or the contest itself coming up type of thing, we do have another thank you that we really have to get our butts in gear and get rolling. And every month that you guys are contributing actually helps to be able to make that easier.
True enough.
Yeah. So also on Instagram, that's going to be the best place to actually get into the contest. Pardon me. Apparently, Joe's not the only one with allergies. So
Y'all had the Rona.
Yeah, Ronaria. So
is that like Nanaria but different?
It is just like Nanaria, actually. Surprisingly, it's way too much yeast. So.
Oh, good God.
I was talking about a contest, competition, whatever, an entry draw thing. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, that got derailed pretty quick for sure. Hey, so
it's an offering for whoever wins. They get their own case of Nanaria.
I'm not shipping that anywhere, by the way.
I'll
do it for you. You're welcome.
You're already on watch lists. So you don't need to worry about one more.
You know how we told Joe that he couldn't make curses anymore because of how just terrible they were? I think we're gonna have to pull out some Paul restrictions here by the end of the evening. Yeah,
Paul's no longer there,
and that's like now. The end of the evening is now, and we're still making restrictions because of how bad that was.
I was just waiting for Joe just to mute me again.
You have to raise your hand. I'm XL.ca. Please.
You can just voice over me.
On that note, I'm not Exile.ca. Thanks to everyone for coming. I am who I am. I'm Dennis Vipers.
I am the Iron Joe.
And I'm Exile.ca.
Thanks again for joining us, guys. Keep your eyes peeled for the sweet, sweet rules for the sweet, sweet giveaway.
Man, Paul needs to put up his hand to talk anywhere he goes, like grocery stores.
That's such a sad existence.
You name it. It's just...
It works better that way.
Being sad?